Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
On the double.
I'm on. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Go. Ready.
Third down. Tripp trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
218, chopper.
SOS.
Yep. Complete grip.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got Peak. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on second down. Tripp got a man. It's Patterson complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
General West.
You go tight. You got tight.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
70, Indy, blue draw Corkers. Go, go.
Check.
Get it.
To throw on second down. Trip. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Weapon. Hey, Foxtrot.
Back to throw. Trip. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check 43. Sponge. No. And 24. Slam. Check 4. And 24. Short.
From the 38, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Watch the slip.
Out of the gun, Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
90 is the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Trip. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Yeah, ready?
On 4th down, Tripp finding Gabriel complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Here we go.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
C6.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Tripp. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bears 7, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 99. Check 99. Motion.
Get the cross down, he's coming. Put it down.
Watch the whip. Off.
Down and go.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
He's coming. Check in. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah,
On first down, it's Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson now to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Check three. Mike, 28. 28. Here it comes.
From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
90 is a mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's
Hey, Delta.
Kill.
Get.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trip. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
218, chopper. Bravo. Hey.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be 9.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Watch the safety creep. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
26. 29.
To throw is Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Watson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Hey, 31.
Get wide. Check safety, check safety.
Hey, 59.
Smoke, smoke. Mike, 28. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Slam, slam, slam.
Here we go with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No. Hey, 54.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
New draw quarters.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 31.
80 weapons.
Come on,
Hey, Zoo. Hard.
Safety's creeping. Watch that. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Deep grip.
2nd down. Trip. Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made. Window. This might be the best of the bunch.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Trip. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tighten up.
Throwing again. Trip. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
On first down, Cohen down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
We got this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trip toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. Trip. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Tight dog. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
We own them. 49, check 49. 4. Alert. Twist.
No. Me.
55.
Like 20.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go. Motion. Mike 28.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Tripp. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
6-6, bullet high.
Watch the twist. 90 is a Mike. Watch the pass.
Back. 25, check. Hey, foxtrot. Go.
2nd and 5. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Greystone travel.
Let him know. 90.
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's get out of the field, D.
Hey, Hayward. Big grip.
On first down, it's Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Lamar Miller. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Miller. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 36, 36.
First throw in OT for Watson. Screen play, Johnson. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Watson on 3rd down. Complete. It's Johnson. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now Watson operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Come on now.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Johnson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Check 13. Check 13.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
152 fighter. 5. Hey! Now.
From the gun, Tripp. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
General West. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Big edge, big edge, big edge. You go
Two draw corkers.
You got.
Hey, orbit.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw again. Trip. Going deep this time for Miller. He's got it at the 15. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately